All right, welcome back to the Classy Redneck. I am Coy Reynolds, the Classy Redneck. This is West Nick, aka West Virginia.
West Virginia.
All right, today we have got champagne and potato chips. You know, every wine nerd you've ever met, it's always like, oh, it's not champagne unless it's from the Champagne region. Well, this is champagne from the Champagne region. I can't read it. It's it looks like the Eloquent, and then there's a chicken. So I'm assuming it's the Eloquent chicken.
The Eloquent chicken.
Would you like me to read it?
That is a very fancy wine.
Jean de la Fontaine champagne. Not even
That
rhymes.
is a fine champagne.
The Eloquent chicken. I like that.
Do you want me to read the back?
Go for it.
This eloquent champagne will speak to everyone. La Eloquente is, I'm sure that's not French, and I'm so sorry for butchering that. It is very seductive and fruity, with perfect balance between the, why am I doing the grapes? I can never say them. The Meunier, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir.
Oh, I've
Pinot.
actually never heard of Pinot Moinet,
Yeah.
Oh, I think you
probably
called
Moinet,
Yep.
Chardonnay, and
Chardonnay.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. That's French for. What was that French for? Black peanuts.
Peanut night, yeah.
Black
Yeah,
peanuts.
or peanut night. We always celebrate peanut night. After the peanut harvest.
The annual French peanut harvest.
Remember when we were stomping peanuts barefoot
Oh,
in
yes.
Paris?
The fresh peanut butter.
Man, that was
Sorry.
All right. Flowery glasses for us.
flowery glasses. Flowery? Is that a word? It is now. Ooh, thank you, sir.
Dee. Everybody's all
Neato.
poured.
Yeah.
Now, the Eloquent chicken.
Cheese.
May all the other chickens be jealous.
Yep. Light on the nose, like every other.
Yep. Maybe
It's actually pretty good. I usually don't like champagne.
maybe a little hint of apricot on the nose.
I was thinking kind of a little citrus too. Maybe like
Yeah.
lime.
Yeah.
Yep, chips.
Yeah, I wasn't picking up on that in the nose, but definitely got a citrusy bite on the palate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more prominent in the taste. That's pretty
That's what I
solid.
said.
We ordered it online. It was on sale. What was that website?
It's called The Last Bottle.
The last
Oh,
bottle.
this came from the last bottle. Okay.
We got two. Apparently, it wasn't just the last bottle. We got two of them.
The last two.
I mean, that freaking wine is solid.
This is definitely some tasty champagne.
All right, yeah. So the flight we've got today, we've got plain old potato chips. Are these? I mean, these are just like Wegmans brand, but I mean, it looks similar to like Lay's, right? The really thin sliced
Yeah.
stuff. And then the next one we got is a sweet honey. What was it?
Maui honey.
Maui honey, sweet onion, or some shit.
Is there honey in the
Or,
mix?
some shit.
It's like sweet Maui onion.
Just Maui onion. Okay, I thought there was some sweetness in there. But. And then barbecue is the last one.
Right, and all Wegmans brand.
All Wegmans. Fine Wegmans potatoes.
Well, that's a darn good.
It's a big bowl of chips
Champagne.
there.
I don't know if this is going to be enough for us to get through this bottle.
It's actually pretty good.
The chips or the wine?
The
Or the
pairing,
combo.
you think? I would say, like right off the bat, the Wegmans chips are a lot less like greasy on your fingers than like a Lay's.
Yeah, they're not too salty
Which is
either.
nice.
Very, very light on the salt. I think Joelle is right. It's a definite solid pairing there.
Pretty good.
Like that the light saltiness, and then you get the citrus notes in the wine. It's just a great combo.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, I definitely I would say the fruit comes out a lot more after you do a couple fingerfuls of chips.
I am an extreme lover of potato chips and wine together.
Any wine or
You're a
sparkling
believer.
wine?
Any wine. but this is, I think, a
One of the
really
better ones you've had?
good combination.
Nice. I can't say I've ever had potato chips and wine, except maybe at like, you know, a winery tasting somewhere.
I love potato chips and wine.
We're doing this. Yum.
I'm trying to figure out, trying to eat about the same amount of chips that I had last time before I took a drink, because I was picking up a different fruit, a very specific fruit, and I wanted to see if it hits me the same way after about the same amount of chips.
I can't.
Kind of getting like some lychee notes out of this wine.
Let me know when you guys want to bust out the nice shit.
Oh, that's a good point. We can't drink the whole bottle with this one round.
Oh, yeah, geez, I didn't even realize.
That's how good it is, though, right?
Right? Yeah, that's
It's
solid.
amazing. I'm very curious to see where it goes from here.
That's really good.
That's a nice idea for woo!
That one got away from me.
Well, it should go with jalapeno Cheetos. Those are my favorite.
Yeah,
That
that's
and cheddar cheese ridges.
like that's the biggest challenge with this tasting is,
There's so many different kinds.
yeah, there are so many flavors out there. Like I was thinking Funyuns,
Ooh, I love Funyuns.
chili cheese Fritos,
Oh, those are best Fritos. And
something like super spicy. You know, some of those really spicy ones they got out there.
Wegmans kettle cooked
Kettle
Maui
cooked.
onion. They look exactly like the last ones.
How is the Maui onion gonna pair?
So is the onion going to act like the salt and like amplify the fruitiness of the wine even more?
And these are really good. I've never had a Maui onion chip.
Really
I don't-
good.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
What do you think there, Mama Redneck? Yeah. But are these as flavorful as the like name brand ones that you've had in the past? I feel like
No.
they're not.
They're
Very
more,
mild
good.
on the flavor.
they're good, but they're more mild. Not as
I mean,
sweet.
maybe this is what they're going for. Yeah, because you can taste the potato in the chip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
The other brand that we had with them
It's not beating
was,
you over the head with the flavors.
was much saltier and much sweeter. I like these.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, it's just like a hint of flavor. Like, you know, you got just a hint of onion. There's not overpowering salt or anything like that.
Have you gone in yet, or are you still?
I have. My first impression wasn't great, so I'm hitting a little more chips. And what do you think?
I think it's a good pairing, but it doesn't insinuate the champagne like the original chip did. So it's not that it's bad together, but I think you don't get the notes of all the eloquence of
It's
the
not-
champagne.
Eloquence.
Yeah.
Whoa, the eloquent chicken.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. Where like with the plain chip, that fruit was just like kind of compounded, magnified. I do appreciate what's going on though. Like, you get almost like a really light caramel honey type flavor. You're tasting other aspects of the wine, not those bright acid notes, but more of the softer kind of. In a beer, it would be like tasting the malt.
Yeah, like it tones it down. Not in a bad way, just different from the first pairing.
Yeah, for me, like that first sip after I've had the chips, there's almost like a bitter note to it. And that's gone almost instantly. And then, yeah, but yeah, you're right. There's not a depth of flavor to the wine after that. It's just kind of plain. A lot of the notes and delicacies are hidden. Going from the chip to the wine isn't my favorite, but going from the wine to the chip, like you just get this blast of that sweet onion again.
Interesting. That's a good way to look at a wine pairing though, right? Because it's not just about what the wine,
Well, yeah.
what the
Yeah.
food does for the wine, but what about the wine does for the food?
I mean, we would do that a lot at breweries too, because especially with like a dark Belgian ale or something, you know, or an imperial stout, you're going to pair that with like a dark chocolate. Have a sip, have a square of chocolate, have a sip, and compare the experience when you're transitioning from the beer to the chocolate, and then from the chocolate back to the beer, and it was very different.
Yeah, it's definitely got to go both ways, and I feel like this is definitely better going that way than this way. But, whereas the last one, I think it was equal. You know, I think both of them were
Yeah.
very good. Still a
Yeah, I
solid
gotta agree
pairing,
with
I think. I mean, I don't have any issues.
I wouldn't kick it out
Just
of bed.
that, yeah. So yeah, we definitely got ridged,
Okay.
which is a bit of a variation, but
They're ridged for our pleasure.
Oh.
ha, ha.
I like that. Meow. Dunk.
Yeah, they're not.
Wine to chip. There's a big ketchup thing going on here. This might be a wreck.
Do you need to
Potato chips. It's what's for dinner.
What do you think, Maddox?
That was a terrible Sam Elliott.
There you go.
That was a pretty bad thing.
I agree,
I'll have to
but I
try
wasn't gonna
again
give
when
a
my
shit about
mouth's
it.
not full of ketchup chips. I mean, Wegmans barbecue chips.
The chip actually still does stand out, even though
Yeah, you can still taste the potato again. Must be something they were going for.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like
they're
super sweet.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's some
it's like
sweetness
it's a ketchupy, tomatoey sweetness. They really need to adjust their spice mix. The wine can't save these chips, and these chips are kind of ruining the wine experience for me.
Agreed.
2 thumbs down.
It can't go either. It
Yeah,
can't go either way.
Yeah, it's rough to start on a good pairing when you're dealing with something like this, but
The chips make the wine taste very, very dry.
That
Yeah.
is true. I was just thinking that.
It
Like, why is
almost
it?
that tomatoey sweetness kind of obscures everything that we were loving about the acidic fruity notes.
Yeah, when I had a monster here and I tried it with the champagne and the same thing. I think the over sweetness will overpower the wine.
Mm. Good to know. Monster and champagne do not.
yes, do not mix Monster and champagne for sure. That sounds like a great redneck combo.
That's an episode for when we're really grasping at strings. Which energy drink pairs the best with fine French champagne?
It's not
Do
a
you
re-
wait?
Jaeger
You grasped at
replacement.
strings?
Why would you?
Straws?
Who cares?
Is that a West Virginia?
Did I say
thing?
gra-
Yeah, you
yeah,
said
that's what we say in West Virginia, grasping at strings.
That's not what they say. That's-
Why am I eating these chips? Yeah, I don't know.
I kept doing it too because I have a problem with potato chips. I just keep eating them. Even if I don't like them, apparently.
Maddox likes them.
Maddox does like them.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But Maddox also eats straight.
Kyle's right. Like it's very dry. Like it just the flavor of the
You
chips
eat
just
what?
overpowers everything.
Oh, I like ketchup.
So that wraps up today's episode.